bwana, mimi namuona ule mtoto ni kama malaika Mwenyezi Mungu, unajua, kwa sitaki kumhukumu kwa chochote.
Welcome to Ifak's number one stop to entertainment and trending news. Now, finally, Diamond Platnumz has responded when it comes to the paternity of Dylan, the son to Hamisa Mobetto. At this point, I don't know even if I should say his son. And if you have been following what has been happening, because I've been giving you guys updates, not so long, a few weeks ago, Hamisa Mobetto put out, after rumors started circulating that Platnumz, the husband to Nandi, was the father to her son. And she put out a very strong statement, stating that she has never asked anyone for upkeep. Why do adults discuss her child and all that, if you remember that video. And somehow, to seal all these allegations that were circulating on social media a few weeks ago, Diamond Platnumz goes ahead and posts on his Instagram a father who has been taken to court in regards to child support, and his son is also called Dylan. But the thing is that this man is not the father to this child. And this just hit the nail on the head, confirming to people that what Diamond Platnumz is putting out is that he's not the father to this child. Well, he was asked that question, especially about this particular post that he put out on his socials. And I can say that Diamond Platnumz has said so much without saying nothing. I think if somebody is smart and they get to listen to the interview in details, then you might think or assume or believe that he is saying he's not the father to this child. Now, I will play the entire clip for you guys, but you can check it on Wasafi TV because the background music is Diamond Platnumz's K-Show, and for copyright reasons, I can't play that interview in full entirety. So Diamond Platnumz says that the mother is the only person who knows the father to their child. Remember, Diamond Platnumz is the one who had picked Hamisa Mobetto. That is in Hamisa Mobetto's own words. She was picked up by Diamond Platnumz. They went and did a DNA test. So he knows the results of these tests. Diamond Platnumz also says that when something reaches social media, people are talking about, that is, people saying that he's not the father to Dylan, it means that it has stemmed from somewhere. There's a root. There's a reason why people are putting these things out there. So he can also not say if it is true or not true. And here is where I want to tell you guys why I think Diamond Platnumz is saying so much, but also not saying much. First of all, he says that this child is an angel, this child is innocent, this child has grown, he is able to listen and to speak, and he knows, he has comprehension, so he might understand whatever is being put out on social media, and he will not want to subject this child to all this. So, and I mean, this is basically what even people have been saying. Put it out clearly, this is your child or not, so people can stop trolling this child, but still, whatever he has put out there puts this child still in ridicule. So Diamond Platnumz says that he, as Diamond Platnumz, has been providing for other children that are not his. And so you don't need to be biologically related to the child in order to be a father. So what do you determine when Diamond Platnumz says that? Let me play for you guys that short bit, because Diamond Platnumz also says that even he himself was raised by somebody who was not his father, and he grew up, and later on is when he found out that Mzee Nasib was not his dad. So he sees this as something that is normal, and so he says when the time is right, then he will put everything on the table.
Tu ni kuangalia uhalisia. Kwa mimi sio mama mwenyewe ndo mjuaji. Nishakuwa na wasaidia au na wawezesha watoto wa wengi ambao pengine sio damu yangu. So mimi nahitaji mtu kwa damu yangu, labda ndo kumsaidia au kufitolea sahihi ni hivi au iko hivi, kwa sababu mwenye ufahamu wa ukweli hiyo inakuwa ni mzazi wa kike.
And so you hear Diamond Platnumz, the only person who can put the truth out there as to the paternity of a child is the mother, basically putting out that Hamisa Mobetto is the one who should put out who the father to this child is. He's not in a position to do so. Now, what does he think of these rumors coming on social media?
Sasa kimefika, sasa utafanya kitu gani? Mimi sio TCRA, unajua bana, kama watu wenyewe wameamua kufikisha bana, labda ukweli wa mambo ni huu, au pengine wanaongea vitu ambavyo sio vya kweli. Mimi siwezi kujua kiukweli, lakini sasa mimi siko kwenye position. Lakini kama inafikia paka hatua hiyo, au kufikia kwenye hatua ambayo sio hiyo. Ina maana kwa namna moja au nyingine kuna mchango uliosababisha mpaka kufikia kule.
And you've heard it, guys. These were some of the things that Diamond Platnumz was saying that I was telling you guys, that he's saying much without saying much. I don't know if you get what I mean. And he's putting out that there has to be a reason why such things are being put out to the public. There has to be a root where all this is coming from. And so he's also saying he cannot say whether they are true or not. So he's leaving people to do the guesswork. Still, what has been happening on social media, him saying nothing. But we do know that he took a DNA test and he knows. Ask yourself, guys, if this was a situation that somebody was sitting down and he's being questioned, is, for example, Nasib Jr. your son? Because people are saying that this is not your child. I am 100% sure that Diamond Platnumz will put it bluntly, this is my child. And even if it is Princess Tifa or Prince Nilan, I think he will not want his children to be trolled out there, knowing that they are his biological children. And so listening to Diamond Platnumz, I did not get the sense of a parent going out there to protect their child and to protect the child from people trolling them. As much as he's put out that I don't want to talk about this much, the mother knows the child to the father to the child, sorry, and when the time is right, then I will put the truth out. And so he has still left people to speculate and also people to continue trolling this child, and also just putting bits and pieces here and there that you can raise a child even if it's not your child. He also blew up and put out that the person that he thought raised him was not his father. So what he's basically saying is that Dylan will also be able to give his truth. And in fact, he said in the interview, hataki kumsemea. Basically, he does not want to speak on behalf of the child. Perhaps they will not be happy if he puts out information that he was not ready, perhaps, to be put out on social media, and hence also why he's referencing to his story as Diamond Platnumz growing up knowing way early that Mzee Abdul was not his biological dad, and then recently is when he decided to put it out. So those were some of the references that he was putting in this particular interview. And so, like I was telling you guys, I think you can just read in between the lines from the bits and pieces that he is throwing out there, even though he has done a DNA test. You could not just bluntly put out, this is my child, and all this that is being said on social media should stop. And I think that said more than enough. And of course, people have seen how he treats Dylan differently from the other kids. You will see how proud he is of Nasib Jr., how proud he is of Princess Tifa and Prince Nilan. And we see a very, very different reception when it comes to Dylan. And something else that he had shared, it is upon the mother to the child, that is Hamisa Mobetto, to prevent all these things that are happening on social media. And that spoke volumes as well when I listened to that particular interview.
Ni muombe au ni msii mama yake. Unajua ule mtoto ni mdogo mtoto mdogo, na inakuwa ni kitu kibaya sana inapokuwa mtoto amekaa kwenye mazingira mara hivi, inakuwa sio kitu kizuri. Unajua kwanza unakuwa kama unamtesa mtoto. Unajua mimi naangalia sana kwenye mtoto.
And so what we see is Diamond Platnumz shifting the blame to Hamisa Mobetto as to what is happening on social media. She's the one who is supposed to be protecting the child. And what we have seen, of course, is Hamisa Mobetto coming out stating people should stop talking about Dylan. And so here is where I say I don't see Diamond Platnumz coming out as an authoritative parental figure to this child who puts out this should stop, because you still see him referring to the mother of the child. She is the one who's supposed to be stopping all this happening. So I don't know what he means, Hamisa Mobetto should stop all this. And so you've heard him say that this is subjecting the child to so much pain, so much trauma. And so that is why I was telling you guys, this interview, Diamond Platnumz has said much, but if you read in between the lines, maybe you might start to think that he's not the father to this child. Anyway, if you speak Swahili, I will advise you to go watch the interview on their channel. But for my non-Swahili speakers, basically that was what was being discussed in that live interview that Diamond Platnumz did. Anyway, I don't know what to think about this situation. Do you think that this was the perfect opportunity for Diamond Platnumz to make it clear that this is his child, or he has handled it perfectly and well? Because if he had decided to blunt out and say that this is not my child, then perhaps this would have taken a complete different direction. So maybe how he has handled, how he's answering these questions is by protecting the child, by not putting out the truth out there. But what we do know is that Diamond Platnumz has a lot to say, as he put it out in the interview. Kuna mengi angetaka kuelezea, ila wakati na muda ndio hana. Anyway, that's it up to date. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also turn on your post notifications so you will be the first to be notified once we have any new uploads. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.